Have you ever gone on a trip that's gone completely sideways? Well, that's what happened to me when I went on my senior trip to Hawaii with my friends after graduating high school. We went to Hawaii to celebrate our new profound freedom, and that's exactly what we did until we saw these scooters driving by and decided we wanted to try that. We found out the rental shop was right behind our hotel, and you only needed to be 18 to rent one. Well, I was the only one with a credit card, so we got it in my name. What could go wrong? The instructor told us you're only supposed to have one person on the scooter at all times. Immediately, we threw on two people and drove to the University of Hawaii. After exploring the university for a little while, we went to a parking lot just to drive around, and each person took turns driving around. Once it was time to return it, I went alone to return it since it was in my name and only one person was allowed on it at a time. I immediately got lost, realizing that there was a parade going on and a lot of the streets were blocked off and closed, and I wasn't able to go the normal route that I was used to. I pulled out my phone and tried to use a map to get back to the rental shop before they closed because I could not afford a late fee for the scooter. And I realized that my phone was completely dead. I had no way of contacting my friends, no way of finding the rental shop, and I was completely alone. I drove around for what felt like an eternity, and at one point I was at a stop sign and I was going to go straight, and there was another car that was going to be turning right, and they were coming up behind me and they hit my elbow with the mirror of their car. I was already in such a panic that I was lost that I did not feel them hitting me with their car, and I told them I was completely fine, and we drove and separated our ways, and to this day I still have a scar on my elbow from being hit by a car, well, on a scooter. Shortly after that, I did end up finding the moped scooter rental shop, and they were in a total panic. I found out that my friends had been searching for me and they didn't know where I was. They had been calling me, they'd gone to the shop. I had told the shop that I had been hit by a car and that's why I was late, and they had waived the late fee, thank goodness, because I could not afford that late fee. And finally, I went back to my hotel and I realized that I did not have a room key and I was stranded and alone in Hawaii once more. After I was sitting on the floor in my hotel, just waiting for somebody to show up, finally, my friend showed up after searching all of Hawaii for me, and we just had a group hug and we group cried. And I learned my lesson to always have a plan B and to always be prepared when trying new activities. You should never have a dead phone. You should always know exactly where you are and have a plan on how to get out of situations like that. And listen to instructors when they say one person at a time and don't break the rules.